Hi guys, I'm going to jump right into this document, something that I want to share. I shared this with my real estate team last week and they all really found it helpful. So I thought to also post it here. Just click on the link. You can download the PDF. It's a basic 3-page document that I made for when you need to sit down with the seller who needs to buy and sell at the same time. I'm getting ready to do that next week. And I started talking to these clients about their different options on how to do it. And I thought, why not make a document that I have on hand for all clients in the future that are in this situation, because there's a lot of clients that are in this situation where they need to sell in order to buy. And there's some risks involved depending on the way you do it. And so here it is. The beginning of it is basically just a summary saying, I understand this is not easy when we need to possibly connect our deals, but there are ways to do it. And here they are. I do believe that there are 3 basic ways to do it. Of course, in real estate, there's a million ways to do everything, but I think there's 3 general ways. And even if you don't use this at your listing presentation, maybe you're a newer agent and you just are learning this information by just listening to this video or reading this document that I've made here. And so the first way is the most ideal way. It's disconnecting your deals. The client needs to be approved from the lender, make sure they can hold both mortgages. But this is just a really short paragraph because this is our goal. If we can get our client here, this is gonna have the least amount of risk for them. The second way, which is the most popular way, I think, when they have to connect, is to list first, get under contract, then purchase. And there's a little more to talk about here, but I go through the risks to it, how to do it, making sure you're putting a clause in that contract so they are not having anxiety about not having a home to go to if they sell their home, and all that kind of good stuff. So this one, there's a little bit more to talk about, but it's really helpful and educational for you and your client on how to take that path. And then the third and final path would be the buy first, then sell. We call that a hover clause in our local market. The lowest chance of getting accepted. There's the highest risk here, I think, for a client. And it explains why that risk is a little bit higher and why it's not always successful, but sometimes it is. So the document basically puts them also in order as to the most ideal to the least ideal, in my opinion. And then it just ends with a final thought summary to give them something to think about. And that's what this is. So click on the link, grab the document, bring it to your next listing presentation, or just read it to educate yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be posting some fun real estate content here, tips and tricks and things that hopefully you all can use and connect with. And if you have something you want to know more about or content you'd be interested in me sharing, let me know somewhere in a comment and I'll generate something. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.